Today we are going to react to Wolfy VGC. If you don't know who it is, he is a Pokemon champ.
Yeah guys, and I am also going to react to this video cause Sor asked me to react to this video with him. Am I right, Sor?
Guys, I asked him to react, so let's react.
Franchise, but have you ever wondered what the best ice type Pokemon is?
If I am not on this list, then I am going to be absolute chaos.
Bro, Bax, chill man, chill. Don't get angry on him. Don't worry, at least you will be in the top 10. So don't worry, Bax.
Okay then, let's see I am in the top 10 or not.
Lapras is a water and ice type Pokemon. No, I mean it's super iconic. Please keep in mind that this is not a list of how much I like these Pokemon, it's strictly how good were they in the official competitive format.
The meaning of official VGC format is in Japan they host a World National Tournament of Pokemon, and every year there is a Pokemon champion, and this guy is the champion of that tournament for straight 5 years. So he's a pro at Pokemon.
They are using the weather strategy. Oh, this is interesting.
Lapras wasn't facing off against a water type Pokemon, it could still be kind of scary because this Lapras used the move Sheer Cold, which is
Sheer Cold is a very powerful ice type move. Can one-shot any Pokemon, even the legendary Pokemon itself. Cause it is so powerful, but there's a drawback. It is only 30% accurate.
Oh, you know so much about this year called move. Do you have this move? I think you have, cause you are telling so much about it.
Not really, but I could have sometimes, but I could sometimes not. Cause it is a event special move. Special events like Pokemon events, in that events I get the move Sheer Cold. So most of the time I am the Sheer Cold user of the VGC.
Aurora is one of the most broken moves in the game, or it would be if it wasn't so hard to actually get going. The way that Aurora works is that it reduces all incoming damage on your side.
And the drawback of Aurora is it only works in hail or snow, cause it is ice type move.
The problem with Aurora is that number one, very few Pokemon learn it, and number two, you can only set it up if the snow or hail weather condition is active, which is a really
See,
hard
I told you.
because there just aren't that many Pokemon that can set up the snow or the hail. Hail was changed to snow at Scarlet and Violet.
Okay, I admit it. You are the king of snow, ice, or anything. Now let's just react to this video, okay?
Okay, I can be quiet, but you have to listen to my ice type propagation after reacting to this video.
Okay, fine, I will hear, but don't talk in here right now, okay?
Okay, fine, I will be quiet.
This is, in fact, a Pokemon. It is pretty forgettable because it's pretty bad, to be honest, but there were times where Vanillix was used a little bit. Vanillix is a pure Ice-type Pokemon that is one of the few Pokemon in the game that can set up the Hail with its ability Snow Warning. That's really the main reason to use Vanillix. Its stats are pretty mediocre to be nice, and its move pool sucks to be kind. Despite Vanillix not being considered very good, it did actually win a regional alongside Haunter. That is not a joke. Haunter literally won a regional, and it was mostly used when there weren't alternative Hail setters. The thing about Hail or Snow is that it makes the move Blizzard 100% accurate, and Blizzard is a really good attack because it's not only very strong, but it also has a chance to freeze. Freeze is the most powerful status condition in the game. If you can inflict a Pokemon with freeze, you're basically killing, and Blizzard hitting both opponents' Pokemon and having a chance to freeze either or both is a really big deal. Vanillix pretty much only ever used the Choice Scarf item or the Focus Sash item, Choice Scarf being the main one, and was pretty much just a Pokemon that you would use to kind of get some fast Ice-type damage on your team. You could use it against Dragon-type Pokemon or Grass-type Pokemon. Ice is a really good offensive type. The reason why it's one of the worst types in the game is because defensively it's just a abysmal, but for a fast and frail offensive Pokemon, like, you can kind of afford to be not that good defensively because your typing is, yeah, not so good anyway. Vanillix is pretty much only used at the beginning of Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon when there just weren't really better alternatives for an offensive Hail Setter. It might pop up again in the future, but it's not very good, so I kind of hope that it doesn't. Okay, coming in at number 8 is a more iconic Ice-type Pokemon, Weavile. Weavile is an Ice and Dark type, which, like many Ice types, is very fast and very frail, but it can hit pretty hard. Weavile will mostly use the Focus Sash item to help keep it alive, and it was never very common, but it's had a decent amount of usage over the years. It's actually won 3 different regionals over the years. Most recently, Weavile actually won the Players' Cup Invitational, which is a special invitational online tournament that popped up when real-life events were canceled. And it's a Pokemon where, although it's never been super common, it does have a niche just by being a fast, dark, and Ice-type Pokemon, or I should say, it had a niche until recently, but we'll get to that later. The thing about Weavile is that although it's mostly used as an offensive Pokemon, it does have some utility as well. It can use the move Fake Out, which is just an incredible supporting move that can stop a Pokemon from moving for a single turn. I remember it was used a little bit with like Mega Rayquaza and Primal Groudon back in 2016 as like a 3-piece combo where Weavile could use Fake Out and then other offensive moves, or I don't remember if it had Feint or Taunt. It gets some other useful supporting moves as well that can be useful when supporting really powerful Pokemon. Weavile also doesn't need to support, it can also just go on the offensive using Ice and Dark type moves to do big damage. It's a really cool Pokemon. It's a bit difficult to use because it's really frail, and if it ever goes up against a Pokemon that, I don't know, resists Ice and Dark and maybe has Intimidate, then it might struggle a bit, but yeah, like I do think it's a pretty cool Pokemon, and it's had enough success over the years that I think that it deserves to be on this list. Okay, number 7 is our first Ice-type Pokemon that I would say is good. It's also a new addition. I think that if it had been around for longer, I would have put it higher up, but it's only been out for a little bit over a year, so I'm including it here in the number 7 slot. It's Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur is a
Yes, I am in
Dragon-type
this
Pokemon. It's
list.
Scarlet and
I
Violet.
am
It's
top
also a
7.
legendary
I
Pokemon.
am very
Baxcalibur won
proud
the
of
very first
being
regional
top
of Scarlet and
7.
Violet in the
It is
US, and
good.
it also won the first
So
international
I am
tournament as well.
actually
It also followed it
a
up
good
by getting second
Pokemon
place at the
then.
following international championship. Baxcalibur is one of the strongest Pokemon to come out of Scarlet and
Not
Violet
one
for
of the
a number of
strongest
reasons.
Pokemon.
I think the
I
most
am
obvious
the
one is that it
strongest
has really
Pokemon
good
from
stats. Its
Paldea.
core stats are like, I would say, middling, like they're
Bro,
not even that
stop
bad. It
dreaming.
hits really hard and is
Tarapagos
very
is
bulky as
way
well. It
stronger
also
than
has a
you
great
think.
ability that not only prevents it
Did
from
you
being
say
bruised, but
something,
also gives it an
Score?
attack boost if it's ever hit with a
Nothing,
fire
Bax,
type
nothing.
move.
I
And it
said
gets
you
a
are the
unique
strongest
signature move,
Pokemon
which
in
is
the
really
world.
good. Glaive Rush does a ton of damage
Yeah,
and never
that's
misses,
what
and
I
the reason that
thought.
it's allowed to be this strong is because it has a pretty big drawback. Until the next time Baxcalibur moves, it will take double damage. The thing is, though, that it's actually easy to get Baxcalibur to move again, because even using a move like Protect, which moves before most other moves and shields Baxcalibur from all damage, that cancels out the effect. So you can just Glaive Rush and then Protect, and it's
And
like nothing
don't
ever
remember
happened.
to
You can also use a
say my
priority move
new
like
Mega
Reshore,
Evolution
which
of
not only does a little
VGC,
damage, but also moves
Wolfy.
before most other moves to cancel out
Hey
the effect as
Bax, did
well.
you
Like many
forget
Ice-type
at
Pokemon
that
in
time
Scarlet and
he
Violet,
doesn't
they still
even
have that
know you
benefit to
got a
offer
Mega
in
Evolve?
Revitalization. The thing about Ice, like I mentioned,
Oh,
is
I
it's so good
forgot about
offensively,
that.
but really bad
Thanks for
defensively, and
remembering
when
me,
you try
Scar.
Stabilize, you keep your
It's
offensive
okay,
benefits, but
now
you
let's
also
focus
get
on the
new
video.
defensive relationships. And so it's actually a Pokemon that benefits a lot from Terrestrialization. Terra Poison is the Terra type that I think of most often on Baxcalibur because it would allow it to flip its relationship against Fluttermane on its head, where before Moonblast would do super effective damage, as a poison type you actually resist it. It's a cool Pokemon. I think that if it had been out for longer, I would have put it higher up, but because it's only been out for like a little over a year, and most recently it's been struggling quite a bit ever since, well, pretty much ever since Incineroar came back, I thought that 7 was a fair placement for it. By the way, if you're enjoying the content, please make sure to check and see if you are subscribed. Helps the channel
Yeah
out a lot,
guys,
helps me out
remember
a lot,
to
and also
like
will
and
help you get more
subscribe
videos from
Wolfy
me in the
VGC
future if that's something
cause
that you're
he
interested in.
makes
I know some
good
people find these
Pokemon
Slowpokes annoying,
contents
but currently only
about
about 25% of our
compatible
audience is
Pokemon.
actually subscribed, and so I feel like I should say something because there's a lot of people watching who just aren't subscribed. If you like this video, I'm pretty confident you'll like some of the other stuff I do, so yeah, I would recommend it. Coming in at number 6 is another iconic Ice-type Pokemon. This one is a Abomasnow. Abomasnow is the classic Hail Setter.
Yeah,
Just like
I
Vanillix, it has
remember
the
about
ability
my
Snow
snow.
Warning, which sets
He
up the
sets
snow
up
or hail
snow
weather
for
condition
me
whenever it switches
so I
in,
can
and for a
attack
while it was the only
my
Pokemon with this
opponents.
ability in the game. Abomasnow is an Ice and Grass type Pokemon, which, in my opinion, is one of the single worst type combinations in the game. The reason it's so bad is that you have a ton of weaknesses, like these two types don't really good for each
Guys,
other at all.
command
You get deadly
hashtag Team
resistances, and you
Abomasnow
struggle offensively.
cause
Abomasnow
he's
having a
my
quick
good
turn weakness
friend.
to fire, as
So
well as the effect
let's
of many
support
other
him
common
by
types, is just not a
like and
very good look. It
subscribing
also
our
kind of sucks
channel.
because neither Ice or Grass can hit opposing
Yeah
Steel
guys, I
or
forgot to
Fire
tell
type
you.
Pokemon, which is just
Before
rough. The thing
reacting
is,
to
though,
us,
Abomasnow actually won
remember to
3
like and
different
subscribe
national
and
championships
click
back
on
in
the
2010. You
bell
see, back
icon
then, Groudon and
notification
Kyogre were some of the
so
top
you can
Pokemon in the
always
game, and
receive
Abomasnow
our
actually matched up really well against
video
them. It could turn off
content
their weather with its own weather, and
about
because it was slower than them, you could
everything.
actually lead Abomasnow and immediately gain control of the weather over Groudon or Kyogre. In resisted both of their main attacking moves, with Groudon using ground-type moves and Kyogre using water-type moves, and it could hit them both for super effective damage with its grass-type moves, and it could also use Blizzard against Groudon as well. Bulbasaur was actually used a little bit in 2013 as well. Being able to hit Landorus and Thundurus for super effective damage was a really big deal, and so Bulbasaur actually got second at 2 different national championships in 2013 and placed top 4 at the World Championships that year. The thing is, though, that was over a decade ago, and since then, like, although Bulbasaur has seen a little usage, it's never really been common or good, in my opinion. Bulbasaur is a really unfortunate speed stat where, like, you kind of want it to be a Trick Room, but it's also not strong enough to really justify it as, like, a main Trick Room attacker, and it's also not so fast that you can even give it a Choice Scarf and have it be all that fast, so it kind of just has a tough time across the board.
Okay,
Bulbasaur definitely
Scott,
has some major
pause
issues,
the
but it
video
did
now.
see a little play
Pause the
earlier this
video.
year when
What happened, Bax? Why did you say me to pause the video?
Let's skip to the front and see what is the best ice type Pokemon.
Okay, Bax, let's skip to the top 1 and see who's the strongest ice type Pokemon is.
this list, that's totally valid. For me, though, that slot goes to a different ice type Pokemon.
Isn't Ice Rider Calyrex is one of the strongest ice type Pokemon? Bax, how is it the only second?
Just wait and see, Scott. Chimpa's ability is broken, cause you would see later on this video.
I'm not
Just
saying this to rag on
wait
Weavile, but
and
keep in mind, Weavile was
watch.
already on this list. Like, it wasn't even at the very, very bottom, right? And so, having a Pokemon that is just better in every way is pretty impressive. So, what makes Chen Pao so good? Well, a big part of it is its ability. Sword of Ruin is completely unlike any other ability we'd
See,
seen prior to
I
Scarlet
told
Violet. It
you,
reduces the
its
defense stat of
ability
all
is
other
the
Pokemon
most
in the field,
broken
except
ability
for
ever.
Chen Pao. This
To
might sound
attack or
fishy,
type,
but keep in mind there's never
that's
been an
straight
ability that
on
did this before. The only abilities that could even
unbelievable.
increase your partner's damage output were like Charge Bugs and
I agree
Sturgers,
with
both
you
very
in
gimmicky
this
Pokemon. Now, a
thing,
legendary Pokemon with an
Bax,
ability that just
cause
passively
this
amplifies your partner's
ability is
damage if they're using
broken.
physical moves is a really big deal. And that's part of the reason it basically unlocked a whole new type of strategy using Pokemon like Terranormal, Choice Band, Dragonite, who was immune to Fake Out and Intimidate, and could use the powerful priority move Extreme Speed, which was boosted by both Choice Band and Terranormal and Sword of Ruin, and basically just run over opposing teams. And you didn't even have to use Chen Pao as part of a combo. You could just use it on its own as well because all of its moves are physical. That's a big part of the reason why Chen Pao won at least 5 regionals, an international level championship, and the world championship,
World
being only the
Championship?
second Ice type Pokemon
What?
ever to win. And because Chen Pao's ability is just basically like a flat damage multiplier, it pairs really well with even stronger Pokemon. When Urshifu was added in, we saw Choice Scarf Urshifu plus Chen Pao be a really dangerous combo because Urshifu is hard enough to deal with on its own. When you're multiplying its damage even further, that's terrifying. Especially because you also need to deal with the Chen Pao. Like, you can't just ignore it and focus on the Urshifu because it's really strong on its own too. More recently, we saw Chen Pao paired with Zamazenta, where it could not only boost the damage of Body Press, bringing it up to just stupid amounts of damage, but Chen Pao could also threaten the Ghost types that are immune to Body Press. I think part of what's so interesting about Chen Pao is that it's actually a very inflexible Pokemon. What I mean by that is that it pretty much always runs the same moves and item. It's always
One day I
Protect,
will
Sucker
be
Punch,
stronger
Sacred
than
Sword, and
Chimpao
Sash. While we
and
have
be
seen some
the
experimentation,
number
it's
one
normally
ice
constant,
type
so that's
Pokemon.
stellar. But despite the fact
Just
that it's so
wait and
standardized, Chen Pao is just
watch.
so strong that it doesn't even really seem to care about it. Dark and Ice are both really good offensive types, and the fact that Chen Pao gets Sacred Sword for coverage against opposing Dark or Steel types is a really big deal. With the Focus Sash, you can't get rid of it in a single hit, and with its high base speed, it's almost always contributing to battles. It's a clear standout as the best
Okay
Treasure
guys,
Ruin, which
this
is
video
saying
is
something
so
because the other
fun.
two are really good.
I will
You
see
win.
you
Chen Pao
next
feels like they
video.
finally designed a good
Tata
offensive
guys,
ice type, and
goodbye.
the only
Yeah,
complaint that I
guys, I
have
am
about it
also
is that
going to
it
say
might
the
be a little
same
bit
thing.
too good.
Okay,
Anyways, those were, I
guys,
think, the 10 best ice type
let's
Pokemon are.
go.
If you like this
Bye
video, you should
bye.
check out one of the
I
other
see you in the next video. Goodbye.